Scout Automobile, welcome to Start. Today we are stepping into something dark, powerful, and seriously emotional. This is not just another Mustang story. This is the moment where Ford stops playing safe and decides to show the world its darker side. The 2026 Ford Mustang Dark Horse is not here to impress everyone. It is here to dominate, to intimidate, and to remind the streets who really owns the night. From the very first second, this car feels different, like it was born after midnight, forged under pressure, and released without mercy. The Dark Horse name is not just a badge, it feels like a warning. When you look at this Mustang, you don't see a friendly muscle car anymore. You see sharp eyes, aggressive posture, and a stance that looks ready to attack even when standing still. The front fascia is wider, lower, and more serious. The grille looks like it's breathing in anger, pulling air with hunger. Those LED headlights are narrow and focused, almost like they are staring straight into your soul. This Mustang doesn't smile, it stares you down. Move closer and you start noticing the details that separate Dark Horse from every other Mustang before it. The hood vents are functional, not decorative. They scream performance. The body lines are sharper, more muscular, more intentional. Every curve feels engineered for speed, not just beauty. The paint options go deep and bold, with dark metallic shades that change character under light, especially at night. This car looks good in the day, but it was clearly designed to own the darkness. From the side profile, the Dark Horse looks planted, wide, and confident. The wheels are massive, performance, focused, filling the arches perfectly. You can almost feel the grip just by looking at them. The brake calipers peek through, reminding you that stopping power here is just as serious as acceleration. The rear is pure Mustang attitude, but darker, angrier. The taillights glow like burning embers, and the rear diffuser and quad exhaust setup tell you one thing clearly: this car breathes fire. But the real magic of the 2026 Ford Mustang Dark Horse begins the moment you turn the key, or better yet, press that start button. The sound that erupts is not polite. It is raw, deep, and emotional. This is the kind of sound that makes your heartbeat sync with the engine. Under the hood lives a naturally aspirated V8 that refuses to die in a world full of turbos and electric silence. Ford kept the soul alive, and the Dark Horse proves that passion still matters. The engine feels alive, responsive, and angry in the best possible way. Throttle response is instant. You touch the pedal, and the car reacts like it was waiting for your command. The power delivery is aggressive but controlled, giving you confidence while still demanding respect. This is not a car for careless drivers. It rewards skill, focus, and bravery. Whether you choose the manual transmission or the advanced automatic, every shift feels purposeful, mechanical, and satisfying. On the road, the Dark Horse feels completely different from a regular Mustang. The suspension is tighter, more composed, and track-ready. You feel connected to the asphalt. Every corner, every curve, every slight change in road texture is communicated back to you. The steering is sharp and precise, making the car feel smaller and more agile than it actually is. This Mustang loves corners as much as it loves straight-line speed, and that balance is what makes it truly special. Push it harder, and the Dark Horse doesn't complain. It begs for more. The chassis feels stiff, stable, and confident, inspiring even at high speeds. The brakes are powerful and consistent, giving you the confidence to push deeper into corners and brake later than you normally would. This is a Mustang that feels engineered by people who genuinely care about performance, not just numbers on paper. Now step inside, and the mood completely changes again. The interior of the 2026 Mustang Dark Horse feels like a modern performance cockpit. It's not overly luxurious, but it is focused, aggressive, and driver-centric. The seats hug you tightly, holding you in place during hard driving. They are supportive, comfortable, and designed for long drives and intense sessions alike. The materials feel premium, durable, and purposeful. The dashboard is clean and modern, dominated by digital displays that are sharp, responsive, and customizable. You can choose different driving modes, each transforming the car's personality. Calm it down for daily driving, or unleash its full potential when the road opens up. The graphics change, the exhaust note adjusts, the steering tightens, and the Dark Horse transforms from a daily cruiser into a track weapon in seconds. The steering wheel feels perfect in your hands, thick, grippy, and covered in quality materials. Every button is placed where it should be, easy to reach, easy to understand. Ford didn't overcomplicate things here. This interior is built for drivers, not distractions. Even the ambient lighting adds to the mood, glowing softly in dark tones that match the car's personality. Technology is present, but it never overshadows the driving experience. The infotainment system is fast, intuitive, and compatible with everything you need. Navigation, media, performance data, it's all there. But the best technology in this car is the way it makes you feel connected. The way the engine responds, the way the chassis moves, the way the car communicates with you. That is the real innovation. Daily driving the Dark Horse might sound intimidating, but Ford has made it surprisingly usable. In calmer modes, the ride becomes more comfortable, the exhaust quieter, and the car easier to live with. You can commute, run errands, and enjoy the car without feeling exhausted. But deep down, you always know what it's capable of. That potential is always there waiting. Fuel efficiency is not the main focus here, and honestly, it shouldn't be. This car is about emotion, sound, and experience. It's about the thrill of pressing the throttle and feeling the V8 come alive. It's about looking back at your car after parking it and smiling without even realizing it. That's something no efficiency number can replace. The 2026 Ford Mustang Dark Horse represents something bigger than just a new model. It represents resistance. Resistance against a future where cars become silent appliances. Resistance against boring designs and artificial emotions. This Mustang proves that there is still space for raw performance, for loud engines, for cars that make you feel alive. On the track, the Dark Horse truly shows its true character. This is where it feels at home. Lap after lap, it stays consistent, composed, and aggressive. The cooling systems work hard to keep everything under control. The balance between power and grip feels perfectly tuned. This is not just a straight-line muscle car anymore. This is a serious performance machine that can challenge cars far above its price range. Even visually, on the track, the Dark Horse looks menacing. Low, wide, and aggressive, it commands attention. Other drivers notice it. Spectators feel it. There is a presence here that few cars can match. It's not flashy in a cheap way. It's confident, intimidating, and proud. What really makes the Dark Horse special is how it connects past and future. It carries the legacy of classic Mustangs, the raw power, the rebellious spirit, the emotional driving experience, but it also embraces modern engineering, safety, and technology. It's a bridge between generations, and Ford nailed that balance beautifully. Safety systems are present and advanced, but they never interfere unless needed. Traction control, stability systems, and driver assists are tuned for performance driving, allowing you to push while still providing a safety net. You can turn things down or off when you want full control, giving experienced drivers the freedom they crave. Ownership of a Dark Horse is not just about driving, it's about identity. It's about choosing something bold in a world full of safe choices. It's about waking up every morning knowing your car has a soul. It's about weekend drives that turn into memories and late-night runs that feel cinematic. The exhaust note alone deserves its own story. At idle, it growls softly, like a beast resting. Under acceleration, it roars, filling the air with a deep, aggressive sound that echoes off buildings and tunnels. On downshifts, it crackles and pops, reminding you that this engine is alive and expressive. This is not artificial sound. This is real, mechanical music. The Dark Horse badge itself feels symbolic. It's for those who don't follow trends. For those who prefer darkness over shine, power over noise, substance over hype. This Mustang doesn't need to scream for attention, it commands it naturally. As the automotive world moves toward electrification, cars like the 2026 Ford Mustang Dark Horse feel even more special. They feel like a final stand, a celebration of everything that made cars emotional in the first place. And Ford didn't just make it powerful, they made it meaningful. Every drive feels like an event. Even a short trip becomes an experience. The way people look at it, the way they listen when it passes, the way it makes you feel behind the wheel, all of it adds up to something rare. This is not just transportation, this is passion on four wheels. The 2026 Mustang Dark Horse is not for everyone, and that's exactly why it matters. It's for drivers who still care about feeling, sound, and connection. It's for those who believe cars should stir emotions, not just move people. When you shut it off and walk away, the sound still echoes in your head, the image stays with you. And you know one thing for sure, the Dark Horse is not just another Mustang, it's a statement, a dark, powerful, unapologetic statement that the soul of performance is still alive, still roaring, and still ready to run free. Scout Automobile, welcome to Start, and this was not just a car story. This was the story of the 2026 Ford Mustang Dark Horse, a machine born from passion, built for drivers, and destined to become a legend of the modern muscle era.